The human circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system, is a biological system responsible for the circulation of blood, as well as the transportation of nutrients in the body. This is done through the heart and blood vessels, such as arteries, capillaries, and veins. In the circulatory system, waste is also required to be taken away, which in this case is the deoxygenated blood, carbon dioxide. So the first part of this process is when the oxygen is inhaled and travels through the left side of the lungs. The left side of the lungs consists of bronchi and bronchioles, which are passageways for the air to go through. After going through the left side of the lungs, it then heads towards the left side of the heart.
My part is the second part, where oxygen that are represented as a ball coming out from the lungs to the left side of the heart, where heart pushing through to the other part of the body. The box that we're using is represent the left side of the heart, and liquid that we have represent blood with oxygen going to another part of the body.
My name is Andreas Gomez, and my part for the cardiovascular system was to replicate the system when the left ventricle contracts, pushing the red blood cells into the aorta. I replicated this by having a plastic plate that receives the red water. So the plastic plate represents the left ventricle, and the red water represents the red blood cells, and the funnel represents the aorta, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Maggie, in charge of the step 4, which is the blood with the oxygen flows into the heart and then oxygen detached with the blood. I choose litmus as the indicator because when it emits acid, it will turn to red, and when it emits alkaline, it will turn to purple. So I put a hydrogen chloride solution with it first. It shows red, which represents the blood with the oxygen, and then the solution made sodium hydroxide in a plastic bottle, and then it turns to blue, which represents blood detached oxygen.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm in charge of step 5, which is when the blood with the oxygen represented in purple goes through the vein into the right side of the heart. Because there's a lot of veins in our body, so we use 2 tubes to display the veins throughout the body as a whole. Due to the force of gravity, the tubes demonstrating the vein were facing downwards, helping the flow to the right side of the heart.
In the last process of the circulatory system, carbon dioxide is released from the deoxygenated blood through the pulmonary vesicles, and fresh oxygen enters the bloodstream. However, in our system, we made the final step where the deoxygenated blood travels through the right side of the lungs, which is the blue cardboard, and then comes out as carbon dioxide, which is represented by the purple liquid in the little buckets. That concludes the circulatory system, and the process repeats itself.